Well, Donald Trump and his vice presidential pick Mike Pence are getting a little R&R after the convention in Cleveland, but the duo has already racked up large fundraising numbers before hitting the trail. Joining us now with the very latest, Kevin Cirilli with Bloomberg Politics, who has been covering the Trump campaign extensively, which is why we love when you are here.
Thank you for having me. I love being here.
I want to play a soundbite from you and get your reaction. It was on Donald Trump, from Donald Trump, speaking about unity. So take a listen and then we'll talk about it.
They talk about unity. I want to tell you, that was unity. That was unity, right? I saw you last night. That was unity. That was amazing. And the party has just come together. The party has come together. I ran as an outsider. I didn't want anybody. Now I have guys like Mike Pence. I mean, this isn't supposed to happen.
So we hear the Democrats hitting so hard that the Republican Party is fractured. Look at the convention. But that's not necessarily what the Republican Party is saying. They're saying we are coming together, especially after the convention.
You know, there was a remarkable moment just minutes after Donald Trump left the stage to deliver what many are calling the best political speech of his career. And I put this question to Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Okay, and just a couple months ago, this would have been unheard of. And I said, Mr. Leader, what did you think of the speech? And he said it was amazing. He called it, quote unquote, great. And then he said something else. He said, we now have a unified party. So I think clearly the Republicans coming together. But, you know, there was one blemish, but even Senator Ted Cruz was practically universally panned amongst Republicans for not endorsing the Republican nominee for president.
Did that actually unify more people?
Absolutely, I think it did, because I think it showed perhaps that the criticism from the donors that I've spoken with, from the reports that I've read with Sarah Palin, who we all know endorsed Senator Cruz initially and helped propel and launch his political career, but also from the Texas delegates who I interviewed on the floor at the Republican convention. They were all flummoxed to see Senator Ted Cruz put what they view personal politics above what exactly is good for the party.
Do you also see from the news today, so I realize that this is probably, we're still experiencing the fallout, if you will, the news of Hillary Clinton's vice presidential pick, but does that also help unify the party? Because there was a ton of speculation that Tim Kaine was going to be her pick. Is this something that the Trump campaign was prepared for? Are they taking it head on and saying, listen, we knew this was going to happen, and we have a better platform for you?
Well, already he's debuted the nickname Corrupt Kaine to go with Crooked Hillary. But, you know, what's interesting is that we were talking about Republicans and whether or not they're unified. But I got to be honest here. I've been interviewing some progressives in the past 24 hours who are telling me that they are not in line with Kaine's position on the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which we all know Donald Trump has made a central issue of his presidential campaign from a policy standpoint. So clearly, you talk to people like Senator Elizabeth Warren or Senator Bernie Sanders, both of whom I'm sure we'll be seeing in Philly this week, delivering policy pitches of their own. They are at odds with the Democratic ticket on a key policy position that is TPP.
So do you see Donald Trump, and I know this is sort of, I'm sort of asking you to look into a future-looking glass, if you will, but do you see him capitalizing on the fact that this isn't necessarily the pick that many progressives would have wanted, and him really going after that progressive base, saying, listen, I'm a better alternative for you?
Absolutely. And just minutes after Clinton appeared on stage with Kaine, the Trump campaign sent out a fundraising blast and tried already to capitalize on that. They view him as a member of the Democratic establishment. They view the DNC leaked emails that came out yesterday as an illustration of what they argue is a rigged system. And this is all fitting into their narrative. Now, the bottom line is this. He's still got to look at the polls, which he loves to do. He's still a little bit down, but they're expecting a bump out of this convention. I am very, very interested to see the polling that comes out within the next 48 hours to see just how big of a bump he got out of Cleveland.
And some people even like to be the underdog, so you never know. Kevin Cirilli, thank you so much. Good luck this week. Hang in there, and please come back on the show.
Of course. Thank you.